Hey everybody, Jay Barino here, and welcome back. We're playing some more UEDAIP, created by Nekron. We're on to Homeworld, back to Ire, back to crystal mending. How exciting. Send me in. Do we have any drop-downs on our menu this time? We do not, so I guess send me in. I'm nervous. This mission's always, I was going to say is always a little spooky at the start, but we actually just start with our base. Also, the Overmind will defend fiercely and use special Zerg strains. Doesn't seem like the correct tip for this mission. Your allies can help. I remember that one. Arbiters are expensive, and replacing them clogs up enemy production. Try focusing them down with speedy units whenever you can. That sounds applicable to this. Enemy casters will try to disrupt your armies whenever possible. Sometimes spreading out your units may be the only possible course. That's what we saw last mission, but I expect that was wrong. Yeah, I think this is the appropriate one for this mission. A lot's going on. This seems like a really busy map. We have red, cyan, orange, and green. Starting minerals not looking too hot. That 152 we'd probably want to avoid. 2 veteran scouts from Tassadar's Tarsonis fleet to join your cause. Really?
You and the traitor Tassadar are to cease your resistance and surrender yourselves to the judgment of the Conclave. We will take the outlaw Zeratul into custody and deal with him as is written by the Kala's law.
Flee back to your masters, Aldaris, and huddle with them in darkness. For your actions shall set us all unto the Zerg.
Disillusioned with the Judicator's disregard for the lower caste, the Furnax are willing to take up arms against their oppressors. They will fight the Conclave as long as their revolt is not pacified. If Furnax remains allied with Tassadar's forces until the end, they will appear as an ally in the following map. Interesting. Okay, well then who is red? Blazer Temple of War. And who is green? The Blazer tribe will offer their loyalty to the first tribe whose warriors can hold their temple without suffering any losses for a period of time. Okay. I think we want to take this as soon as possible to get crystal mending going. What's this over here? The Aegis mainframe? This seems like a lot. This might be one of those where we try some stuff and then we restart. Like after we explore a little bit. Hang on, let's see. Destroy all Conclave Nexi. Our heroes have to survive. Secure Blazer Alliance by keeping grounds near the temple with no significant enemy presence. But for how long? Like, is this something we can rush and get right away? Because getting that red ally right outside our base is excellent. I'm unclear what green is. Secure Aegis control by keeping 4 probes around its control interface. Protect Furnax from the Conclave. These are all bonus objectives. So I think this is something where it's like the sooner we can do all of these, the better off we're going to be. So we need to, number 1, experiment about red. Because they're the closest, and presumably we can get to them on foot. Let's actually explore that and see how we can get to them. Like, how do we get to red? We have a bridge here. We have to take this base to get crystal mending started on it pretty much right away. This base is primed to take, but it is kind of off in the middle of nowhere, so we'd have to build production and a lot of cannons to protect it so that we can hold down the Aegis mainframe. But it's unclear what that does. Maybe it will give us control of all of green stuff, or green will be an ally. We also have a base there that we can take. So it's looking like we can bring our starting forces in and our 2 veteran scouts, which must be from New Gettysburg. I don't know why we get 2 scouts, but something from New Gettysburg, it seems like that would be applicable. Or maybe Biting the Bullet? But it said Tarsonis fleet. We have to make sure purple doesn't die, and actually securing red early would allow us to do that. I don't know why these have the little spinny... Okay, so I think maybe we want to experiment and just try and sneak our heroes down in that direction. Then I'm going to come up here. Oh, never mind. We're experimenting a little bit right now. Before we try and check out what's going on with red, I want to send my observer up to the top here to see if we have a clear pathway to get up there.
Executor, you and the traitor Tassadar are to cease your resistance and surrender yourselves to the judgment of the Conclave. We will take the outlaw Zeratul into custody and deal with him as is written. And
then Zeratul has this shadow mending, which heals our units, which seems excellent.
For your actions shall send us all unto the Zerg.
And then I'm thinking what we're probably going to want to end up doing is getting a robo facility out early. And then what we can do with that is build a shuttle to get up to the upper right. And the sooner we can do all of that, the better. And again, this is just experimentation right now. I think we've got to try some stuff. Okay, Blazer Tribe, let's see if we can make this happen with you. I don't know, again, it's really unclear to me, like, what we need to actually do here. So, lure these escorts out. Ooh, they're pretty... Excuse me, what's going on? Do I have a Reaver? Well, that's an enemy Reaver, first and foremost. And we have to try not to be taking casualties. This seems doable if we catch them at the right angle. Okay, Zeratul is dead. Shakuras mourns this day. I caught a quick glance of the upper right, and it looks like that is something we can mess with also. I think this is absolutely doable. And let's bring the Observer with us to attack Red and maybe kill any observers they have.
And surrender yourselves to the judgment of the Conclave. We will take the outlaw Zeratul into custody and deal with him as is written by the Kala's law.
Alright, yeah, they're mad. So we want to make 4 probes and keep this one unsaturated. And then get this gas saturated so we can build our robo facility. So we have the Revenants, and then we have Phoenix. I have to read what Phoenix can do. He seemed pretty unique. Again, this is like the sooner we can do this, the better this is going to go. I like the concept of this mission. It reminds me of Mission 3 in Brood War, which I really liked. That was one of my favorites. Okay, yeah, one at a time. Okay, you hang back. Tassadar will heal himself slowly. Zeratul can handle stuff on the ground. I don't have enough anti-air. Because I lost my scouts. Huh? It's just that easy? It's just that easy. Okay, next. Robo facility? Oh no! I walked them home, they went the other way, and then they died. Okay, we're learning, okay? We're gonna figure this out. This is the type of mission that I want to basically nail right at the start. And if we can do that, then we are cooking with gas. Oh, yes. Okay, same thing, and this time we're gonna save and be a little more careful.
Executor, you and the traitor Tassadar are to cease your resistance and surrender yourselves to the judgment of the Conclave. We will take the outlaw Zeratul into custody and deal with him as is written by the Kala's law.
Flee back to your masters, Aldaris, and huddle with them in darkness, for your actions shall send us all unto the Zerg.
Okay, we're gonna get this saturated, and then again, once we get to... How much gas is it to make a robo facility? 300 gas. So then we go for the bonus objectives first, and then we try and take that side base, and then we don't let our heroes just casually die. And we maybe be a little more careful with the scouts. We need that anti-air. We don't want to throw those away. Blazer Tribe, we're here. Hello. We can be best friends. Don't you want to be friends with us? Okay, scouts are doing fine. Heroes are okay. I'm trying to keep these scouts alive. Heroes are okay. Oh, Zeratul, don't. It seems like Phoenix has multiple types of attacks. Are you all seeing this? Ah! Seems like Phoenix has 2 different attacks. Again, I haven't really been able to read about them.
Yes, Executor. Your will.
Grab these. my 2 veteran scouts who made it all the way from the first Terran campaign. They're gonna die, though, during this attack. It's too bad.
To the judgment of the Conclave. We will take the outlaw Zeratul into custody and deal with him as is written by the Kala's law.
Flee back to your masters, Aldaris, and huddle with them in darkness. For your actions shall set us all unto the Zerg.
Okay, macro is set up.
Yes, Executor?
Now we sneak down here, and so Phoenix and Zeratul are at most at risk because of the, honestly, because of the enemy air. Those two escorts are the biggest problem, I think, of mine.
It shall be done.
Kill.
Of course. Tarakala.
Then it seems like we really got to focus on this stuff. They really like my scouts, don't they? Okay, get in there. That was excellent, actually. Let's get back to base. Save. Save. Let's get back to base up in this direction so that we don't get ourselves killed. And then let's go ahead and set up a robo facility. And then we want to save up so that we can build our second nexus. So the sooner we can get to the upper right, the better. And we're going to need more minerals in order to... we're going to need even more minerals, I think, in order to... I think we're okay. Repeater cannon. Okay. All right.
How may I help?
Okay, we didn't lose our scouts. I like this crystal or this mending, the shadow mending. We got a lot of mending going on with this group. I'm gonna go ahead and build one more probe, and then actually just in advance we send it down here. And then remember, we have to keep purple alive. Red is our ally, though I'm wondering, can orange like convince them to join them? Like if orange then secures the temple grounds, can they then? You know what I mean? I'm a little concerned about that. Man, the resource start here is brutal. It's brutal.
Your orders, Templar.
And then we need to leave enough stuff at home to live.
It shall be done.
So presumably they're going to attack sort of in this general area. So the question is, do I want to go and attack and take this upper area? These resources are pretty flush. But then we have to defend 2 bases. But if we can take that Aegis mainframe, then we get another ally.
Will, of course, you address me.
Okay, probe. You know what, probe? We're just gonna... You're gonna be part of the crew that gets taken over there. Right, because we need 4 probes. And then maybe Phoenix and another hero could be all we need to get this set up. Like, basically what we do is we bring the probes over and we build cannons. And then we use a hero to sort of claim those areas. Do I have a shield battery? No, I don't. Okay, that's okay. Okay, Zeratul, you're going to be an important part of this defense. I think I'm making the right choice here. We can fit Phoenix and these probes into a shuttle, and then we try and take that upper right area before orange or teal get it. We're going to try. And we have a save where we've taken red, and if we need to make multiple runs at the upper right with like a larger force, basically we want to try and get this before orange gets over here in the first place. Because if orange starts setting stuff up, they're going to defend that area more aggressively, and we don't want them to do that. Next step in the plan is we have to save up enough money to get a nexus. If we set this one up, then we can start mending those resource fields sooner. We also might have to consider moving up and helping our friends. Purple seems to be doing okay, though, at this moment. This is super dangerous. That's the thing. Actually, I'm not going to set up a second nexus because we need these resources to build some defense over here. What I don't know is, like, how many probes do we just throw 4 probes down there? What I can do is take Phoenix and just run them in there to distract the shots, and then run the probes in to take control of the mainframe. So we'll save right before we do it, and we're going to just try and give it a shot. And then maybe we just go ahead and we take that base in the upper right. Actually, cancel that. I am definitely just going to take this base right now so we can start the crystal mending. Okay, Phoenix, you're very brave. Get in here. Just sort of walk in that direction. And then probes, We're going to run for it. Save. He's fine. Okay, we've done it. Don't let this happen.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Okay, good. And then that's 600. So Phoenix is here and he's sort of defended. Green is now our ally, but we don't have vision. Oh, it's because we probably don't have the probes close enough to maintain control? Maybe? That doesn't seem to make a difference either. Okay, I'm very scared. I'm going to save. This has been the best start we could ask for. So from this point onwards, this is our real attempt, and if I have to make cuts in the video and what have you, I will. There are friends now. Yo, look at that shot that he takes. Dude, phase bomb. We have to be careful with him, though. He's a bit fragile. Okay, come on over here. Our income is so bad. That's the thing. Go ahead and shift to this resource field. We have to be really, really specific with how we choose what we spend our money on. You know what? I think we even save and we try and get this Nexus set up. And if we can get this Nexus set up plus some cannons, or maybe we do the cannons first? I don't know. Am I technically close enough? It said, I mean, they're neutral to us. They're not hostile, so in theory, they're our friends now. Okay, come on over here. It's tempting to just bring my probes over to this area, because these resources are a lot more flush. Like, not a ton, but enough. Maybe we want to go High Templar and Archons. Because of the, let's save up for the extra Nexus. Man, I want to saturate these areas so bad, but just can't. We almost have 600 for this. Just so aggressively setting up our stuff here. But if we take this, then Orange can't have it. And I think that's pretty critical. I wonder if this counts. Like, do we count as keeping control over this? I wish we had vision with Green.
I hear you.
Really wish we had vision with Green. Orange could attack us from multiple directions. Purple's kind of got us covered from this ramp. Red, not so much from this area, so... Okay, we're going to start saturating this. 95, 87, 83. Basically, we're only going to saturate the fields here that have more than a couple hundred. And then we're going to wait for the area to get set up. Yo, look at our allies, though. They're doing pretty good. Let's get a pylon here. We're going to need a pylon and a gateway and some cannons. And then we want to probably get Phoenix back to our base, because I don't think he alone could defend this area, even if we wanted him to. Don't harvest from that one. Only harvest from the heftier fields. We got one more field there. How are these doing? Basically, we just wanted to make sure we didn't accidentally mine these out too fast. It feels silly, but I think it's kind of what we have to do. Now, this, on the other hand, can get decently saturated, but it is vulnerable. $145. We want you on this middle one. Okay, and then we let these front ones regenerate. So basically, it's such a weird way to play. Admittedly, it's incredibly strange, but it's exciting. It's exciting. It's very different. It really stops you from being able to take advantage of the early game. I mean, we kind of did take advantage of the early game, if only because of how many... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 probes here. We did kind of take advantage of the early game. What's your short-range shot do, buddy? Dude, he's scared. He ran. Okay, well, I'm not going to let them just take this. Oh, he's got like a little interceptor shot. Okay, that's about fully saturated. Now we go ahead and get our Templar Archive, and we're going to get a bunch of gateways, and then I think we can start churning out Archons. Which, admittedly, I don't think are the best of units, but, you know, I think they'll give us what we kind of need here to get started. Okay, good. I will get this gas set up. It would seem that what I have set up here is appropriate to keep access to the data core thing, the mainframe. I'm going to build a gateway here as well.
We are under attack.
Okay, it's a decent amount of zealots and a few scouts. We do have some high ground cannons. That's fine, and I'm pretty sure my cloaked stuff can destroy this stuff themselves. Veteran scouts saved me. Okay, we're going to focus fire. It's a power that they've never even heard of. Okay. High Templar, High Templar. We're going to save, because this has been okay. Don't let him in my resource line, please. Okay, and then what we could do is just... Oh, they actually destroyed that stuff on the high ground. That's okay. I'm going to make another gateway here. How's this going over here? It seems appropriate. I would love to get Phoenix out of here and back to base. Though, to be clear, this area needs to live. It really does. I'm even going to build more cannons down here. Get this saturated. And we basically want one probe per resource patch here, which is what we've got, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Oh, no, there's... we need one fewer probe. Okay, that's appropriate. I am going to take the action to bring Phoenix back home. I just saved, though, in case that was a mistake. We can get Zeratul down there healing him up soon. I'd like to hope that green can sort of defend itself. Okay, we need upgrades. I'm going to get another forge, and we're just going to start churning out upgrades. Shields, because we're making Archons, because that's what we can afford right now. Those are coming back pretty decently. These are starting to look pretty good, so we can fully saturate those here pretty soon. This isn't oversaturated, is it? It sort of looks like it is. We don't want to accidentally mine this area out too fast. I keep thinking about, like, long-term resource gains, and that at a certain point the map is just going to be over and it won't matter. Okay, let's start. Ground attack. So, like, Zealot Archon is feeling pretty good here. Maybe at a certain point we decide we leave the scouts at home. They made it all the way here from Tarsonis. They deserve to live. Okay, Phoenix is made at home. Go ahead and get landed near Zeratul. +3 Templar damage. I can't get down about that. I can't be mad about it. So, like, are these guys our allies? We don't share vision with them, unfortunately, but... Alright, and since we have the Robo Bay, let's go ahead and get a Robo Support Bay and maybe make a lot of Hornets. Is feeling pretty decent. We can build straight-up DTs.
You have not enough minerals.
Which is good for me. Zealot legs. And we probably need a few more cannons down here. Like, if they hit us with a carrier down here, we're screwed. So I probably need some fast-moving stuff, specifically Hornets and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and get that robotics damage and start building Hornets. We need a Stargate in order to capitalize on that. Honestly, my biggest fear is losing my allies that I worked so hard to get at the beginning here. But in the grand scheme, I don't think it would be that big of a deal. I'm basically waiting for these mineral fields to look a little healthier, and then we'll fully saturate this. These front ones are in danger of being mined out the fastest because of the travel time, whereas I think a lot of these other ones, if you go one per patch, they can basically last forever. Wait, am I missing a High Templar? Okay.
Upgrade complete.
These two. Hello? There we go. I heard upgrade complete. I will get air weapons, and I'm going to go ahead and get a Stargate. Mixing in some scouts, I think would be very appropriate here. I'm also going to build some Dragoons to just leave up here. And then it couldn't hurt to saturate this gas because we are spending a lot of our gas. And as soon as we can feel more comfortable actually fully saturating these areas, then everything's going to be fine, I think. Purple is getting encroached on a little bit, so we want to push forward here pretty soon and try and take out pieces of orange because, again, they're putting their lives on the line for us to have allowed us to get to this point. And we really want them for the next mission, too. Okay. Man, resources still coming in really slow. really slow. Okay, let's get this gas saturated. Then, by that point, I'll feel a lot better about these patches, saturating them, and then we will get this show on the road. Did I build the Stargate? Yes, okay, that's on the way, so we can mix in some scouts as well. We want to start +2 ground. I don't know how I've gone this long without something disastrous happening. I think heroes, as good as you are, Phoenix can adapt to various combat conditions by using different weapons based on attacks and inspire nearby units to attack faster. That's cool. Basically, I think we got to leave you at home. You can be our, our last-ditch defense, but I really don't want to risk them.
You have not enough minerals.
Okay, we're getting our Zealots. We're going to have our Kalai upgrade, which should work with our Archons as well. Get a few Dragoons over here just to make sure that this stays in decent shape. These are starting to mine out just a little bit. We are going a little negative. That's all looking good. I'm going to start making some of these Hornets. Relatively cheap on minerals, and again, we have the gas. These patches don't look very healthy, but they're actually healthier than our other two. Let's go ahead and get one per patch here now. Is it possible that with just like a full-on Archon group we can win? We got to get down there and help them. We got to go. We got to position ourselves in front of their base so that they can stay on top of stuff. You know what? Heroes and veteran scouts that deserve to live after, being alive as long as you have, we're gonna let you survive as best we can. All right, that's fully saturated. Let's go ahead and start getting some extra probes here. Interceptors.
We are under attack.
Oh, okay. That is way more than I expected, unfortunately. I just thought, can I build my own arbiters? Because that would be good. Hey, remember, we're clogging up their production or whatever. Isn't that what they said? All right, come on up to my cannons, please. We're going to hold on to this as best we can. Not loving the need for a fleet beacon. Well, the need for pylons, I guess, is kind of an okay thing. They gave up. Again, it's still ours, as far as I can tell. Purple's still making good progress. +3 shields. You know what? Let's do it. I wonder if we'll get Blazer Tribe next mission too. We should get Blazer Tribe next mission, if I'm being honest. Okay. I feel like air units are the only thing that really threaten this area up here right now. What is that, an escort? Go get them. They have +3 shields already. Okay, we're going to make a lot of zealots, and I think we want to move on orange here pretty soon. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable. See, I think you have to harvest from the fields once for it to sort of refresh and say, oh, yeah. There is more resources here now. Do we want to make scouts? I could make a fleet beacon and get upgrades. Again, I'm making a little too much of everything, which I think is a mistake. Our upgrades are not ahead, unfortunately. The question is, what do we want to make to put us on even footing? Maybe Reavers? I don't love it.
You have not enough minerals.
I'm also gonna. I'm just gonna mix in scouts. We're gonna make like a big mix of different stuff. Yeah, green is not hostile to them either. So green is appropriately. Green is appropriately allied to all of our allies. This is one of those missions where I worked so hard at the beginning. I think I'm just gonna I'm sort of turtled up, and we're gonna. And we're gonna make it happen. I should probably get some cannons here too, just a few, because I would hate to see like 5 scouts fly in and kill my heroes. All the hero abilities here are really, really cool too. Bringing Phoenix with us, though, he's got that inspiring aura. Seems excellent. We could go with them. We have to pick a direction. Again, orange seems like a very sprawling area. I'm gonna save, and I think we're gonna attack. I just saved, so if this goes terribly, then that's fine. I'll just reload, and I'm not broken up about it. I'm pretty sure purple was the, stop it. I'm pretty sure purple was the group that was able to... Oh, red's attacking down there, too. To get up to +4/4 upgrades when we were playing as Zerg. I think we needed to bring an observer. I looked over here and everything's going very poorly, so I'm fine loading that because I wasn't really paying attention to it. So back up here. We'll cancel that, and then let's get an observatory. I can make my own arbiters, too. This area up here is fine. Maybe when +3 is done, that's when we'll go. I think we need more anti-air for sure. I think that's probably our biggest thing that's missing. So we can make a lot of scouts, and then we need to have the ability to see enemy units. So let's bring the observer with us, but we're going to build more and get the sight range on observers. I mean, I like that pylon. I'd like to keep it. Okay, cool. That's still on its way. Observer sight range. Okay. Man, what a what a time to be alive. This has been really interesting. Okay, we're getting a lot of Hornets because we got the upgrades for them. Do those benefit from my Cybercore upgrades? They do. It's possible the pulse cannon is only upgraded through that. Okay, as soon as that +3 attack is done, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna start building some Dragoons as well.
You require more Vespene gas.
Okay, well, we had some really lucrative gas mining operations going on here. +3 attack on the way. You know what? Purple attacking down here is good, because I've seen this area down here and I've hated it. I didn't want it at all. We're going to queue up extra observers because we're going to need them.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, let's get into position to attack, but not just run in there like fools this time. And we want to make an air fleet that can just snipe carriers and such. Like, we need to be able to snipe these units. And they're able to like fly over these high grounds and kind of trap us in, which is a problem. So like scouts and hornets. I've got you hotkeyed so that we can try and target that stuff down. And then let's get faster scout movement.
I'm waiting.
And Check my upgrade statuses. All right, that's all well and good. I think we can start spamming zealots now.
You must construct additional pylons.
Absolutely not, we cannot. Okay. Pylon, pylon. We could probably saturate this substantially more. My actual mineral income I managed properly at the beginning, though, so I'm feeling pretty good. I hear constant attacks happening, and I wonder if it's because it's green that's battling on our behalf. Even if that upper left, even if this upper right area goes down, it would not be the end of the world at this point.
We are under attack. You must construct additional pylons.
Okay, yeah, we got pylons coming up. We're making dragoons.
Construct additional pylons.
Pylons finishing. Hotkey, hotkey, hotkey.
Standing by.
We are under attack.
As much, I mean, I don't want them to kill my pylons, but they can have that one. That's fine. I'm not mad about it. All right, is it time to go?
My life for hire.
Okay, if we can't win with this amount of stuff, I'm concerned we just couldn't win. So let's save. Let's attack, get our units in, and then like actually focus down these air units. These Hornets ignore armor, which is actually insane. I mean, it's not insane, but it is very good. We've been frozen. All my air units are dead. What? Oh, I think they're mostly frozen. Purple coming in. I love that. A lot of my air units are gone, so I can't chase down arbiters like that. Air weapons. I think I'd rather just go scouts. They have way more survivability. Stupid Reavers. At a certain point, it's almost like I only want to make flippin'... I only want to make units that can fly so I don't have to deal with Reavers. You know? Okay, get him in there. I think we have our... I was about to say we have our foothold. Okay, kill these Reavers. Kill this Reaver. Okay, this is kind of what I was afraid of, which is they can make these capital ships and fly them over the edge such that my Dragoons can't hit them. And we have to disallow them from being able to make more of those. Good storm, bro. Okay, but they also have an upgrade advantage over us. My allies are down there. It seems like they're doing something. Okay. The best I can hope to do at this point is just wait for reinforcements, turn and fight. Again, that's... What? What? Must have just been a large attack. Looks like they killed a bunch of my probes here, too. Okay, they are able to build more of these carriers. Again, the idea is if we can snipe them as they spawn and stop them from being able to get too many interceptors put inside of them, I guess that's the way to go. And purple has been able to be very effective while we've sort of held for them. Okay, that's good. We're sort of shooing them away. Scouts. Zealots. And we're short on resources.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
But that was because this got slightly destroyed.
My life for hire.
Okay, we have to move up here and destroy this production because that's where the carriers are coming from. So everybody move on in here. I'll kill interceptors if I have to. We're gonna kill that arbiter. We're not gonna kill that arbiter. I think I don't have any observers. Okay, once orange is gone, this will be a lot easier. Upgrades.
Engage the enemy.
Okay, move on in. We have our ground attacks, which is probably the most important thing. I can't really spam units as much as I would like. It's just, you know, it's expensive. Purple, though. They just lost their carrier, but they kept a ton of pressure on and is going to allow me to now bust up into their carrier production. Go ahead and attack, please. That was a good storm. We destroyed their Templar archive, so maybe they can't make more of those. Yo, high ground Dragoon! That's true strategy right there. That's the nature of the game. Okay, the key is we have identified where their production structure, their key production structures are, so let's get to it. Arbiter Tribunal. Fleet Beacon. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, you love to see that. Did they even spawn with interceptors in this mod? I don't know. Purple continues to push. I love that. Okay. Let's clean this up briefly. And then send the rest of you down here to link up with orange. Down here and here. Looks like orange has like a little refugee camp over there. We'll take that out later, momentarily. Ah, almost. Upgrades. Are we capped at 2? No. We're at 3-3. We're not, or we're capped at 3-3. We haven't gotten there yet. Okay. This was a difficult base to push into. I feel like maybe just making mass air would have been much better. Because you can avoid their hard-hitting stuff on the ground. You can snipe carriers a little bit easier. Wait, why is he... Did y'all seeing that? What's going on there? All right, don't stop. And then what I'm going to do, instead of rallying them to the front, I am going to build Hornets and just stockpile a few groups of them. And maybe we can... If we have to, what we do is we then snipe the final Nexus and be done with it. Let's figure out how we can get over here. We want to just destroy orange once and for all. You can kill that. You're allowed to destroy that. And then obviously I see teal in the bottom right. Here's a bunch of zealots coming in. Oh, it was the shield restoration from my zealots attacking. That's what that was, the animation on my scouts. It honestly feels like Cyan is like not even like, they're not even fully online at this point. Orange was the main heavy hitter, and they're pretty much gone, so you love to see it. Get some of these additional upgrades, not that I really need them. +3 armor. Veteran scouts, I'm proud to say that you get to live, okay? For units that have been alive this long, you deserve to live. Hey, Purple, you should expand down to that area. You also deserve it. This area is looking flush. Haven't wasted any mineral fields. All of our mineral fields are looking good. These are actually on the negative decline, but that's not a big deal at this point. They've served their purpose. Okay, I think we win that. So in theory, orange shouldn't have anything after this. Except that one observer, but that's not part of the objective. We just have to kill nexuses. Now, it's feeling like Cyan should be easier, though I can't be sure about that. And what I will do is make even more scouts, because I feel like if it's a big turtley base, then... Oh. Well, again, they're not able to take control of this, and that's kind of all that matters. I guess I could attack them from the top. Just in case. I don't know if we don't keep 4 probes there, I assume that then we lose control of them, but the enemy won't necessarily gain control of them. I don't even know. Again, green seems like they're just sort of all over the map, and I'm not sure exactly where. Like, there's obviously one there. I feel like we should share vision with them once we gain control of them. And if you lose control of them, then you lose vision. That seems like the way to do it. All right, save. My allies are going, so I think we go ahead and we go. We ball. We spent a while on this map. I actually really liked this. Obviously, like, from a completely blind playthrough, it's a challenge, but I quite like the idea of, like, knocking out those bonus objectives as fast as possible. Big fan. Let's save this Archon. He deserves it. Okay, we're flooding in. We're not getting trapped in any sort of... It looks like we're not getting trapped in any sort of choke point here, so I think we're just gonna win. Cyan actually much easier than orange. And in fact, maybe what we could have done is stage an offensive from up here near the Aegis mainframe. You know what? I kind of want to fly around and see. Can we find more green? There has to be more, right? Rather than this. And this. It's possible the enemy killed them all as well. That's certainly a possibility. Yeah, it kind of looks like this would have been an area where they would have been, right? But you know what? They acted as a buffer for us. It's interesting how there's these different little factions, like the sub-factions of the Kalai. Like, one of them is like a robotics faction. It feels fitting. Okay, we did it.
Executor, Eldaris, this madness must stop. The sight of my brethren slaughtering one another is more than I can stand. Though I fear you would doom us all, Eldaris, I surrender myself to the Conclave. End Taro Adun, Executor. Don't give up the fight.
Don't give up the fight.
Tassadar of the Templar, by your actions you have severed yourself from the mercy of your brethren. You refused to destroy the Terran worlds as was commanded. You have questioned time and time again the sacred will of the Conclave, and you have abandoned your home world in its darkest hour. Most grievous of all is that you have allied yourself with the blasphemous Dark Ones, and learned to utilize their profane powers in tandem with our own. What say you, O fallen Templar?
Eldaris, I submit myself to the Conclave's judgment. But know this, given the same choices again, I would surely have made them. I have sacrificed all that our world might live. I have sullied my honor. I have discarded my rank and standing. I have even broken our most ancient traditions. But never think that I would for one moment regret my actions. For I am Templar, and above all else, I have sworn to protect our homeworld till the end.
Alright, I forgot how much they monologue at the end of these. Alright, Blazer Tribe, allies. Purple, Furanax, allies, and alive. So in theory, they'll be our allies' next mission. That's what it said. Mainframe Robotics, allies. It seems like red and cyan, though. Not cyan, red and green. They were not referenced as being part of the next mission, unfortunately, but we've got our purple allies, so that's something that at least is going to carry forward. And then our 2 veteran scouts, all right? They get to retire and go home to their families. If you are a unit in StarCraft and you made it this far, you deserve some time off, okay? this was a cool mission. Again, like, playing it totally blind, it's a little overwhelming, but this is the type of map where I really like when you can nail down and execute on a strategy right at the beginning. You know, this is something where we couldn't really act on it till mid-map. I'm not going to restart over and over and over again, but I will experiment a little bit. I do think that the Red Temple thing is a little vague. I experimented a little and we figured it out pretty fast, but it's just sort of like have some units there and don't lose units there for a certain amount of time. I guess I did that. And then the mainframe thing, it seems like the probes don't have to be on top of it. They just have to be sort of close to it. And taking that gave us a ton of breathing room because I feel like that kept Cyan busy for most of the map so that we could deal with Orange. So really cool stuff. I like maps like this where you have to sort of bring together allies doing goofy strategies, specifically at the beginning. Again, the Protoss Expansion Mission 3 was similar to this, and I really liked that one too. Okay, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.